All right, so I have had a couple people ask me about my braid stretching, so that at the end of the braid, it's not this big thick piece of braid, it's sort of tapered off. First tutorial, I'm doing this from my phone, and I'm going to try and get this done really quick before my client comes in. This is Expression's hair, the whole piece. She is getting feed-in cornrows, so I am only going to cut this in half. She wants them kind of long. And typically, what I would do is I cut it in half and then in half again, and then stretch it for my box braids. And this is from my phone, and it is my first tutorial, so you'll have to bear with me. Hopefully you can see this pretty good. What I do is I take the hair once it's cut in half, and I take pieces and basically just start to pull. I am holding it really tight with this hand as I'm pulling pieces with my thumb and pointer finger, and just kind of laying them on the other side. You can pretty much pull as far as you want or think that you need. Even sometimes if I have clients that want longer box braids, instead of me using 4 or 5 packs of hair, I do the stretch method and I just pull a little bit longer strands through. That way the braid is going to be thick at the base, which is where your box parting is, and then as you go down the braid, it gets smaller. But again, this is for the feed-in cornrows. Get a little closer towards the end just in case I've been far away and you weren't able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is what you end up with. Kind of bushy. You see as it thins out, it gets thinner towards the end. Okay, so take a paddle brush and I start with the end that I stretched. So I start with the smaller portion of hair, holding very tight now with my left hand, or your right hand if you're left-handed, or however you would brush, but just regular paddle brush, and I just begin to detangle. I will probably do another video on me doing the stretch method when I am preparing for box braids, because I do it slightly different once I start to brush it out. I actually just go from one side to the next, but since I did not cut the hair into 4, I am slowly working my way to the other side. So we started with that little bit, and then gradually I go back with my left hand on the hair and let a little section at a time of tangled strands go down. So we went from here, which is what I combed out. I came down a little and dropped what I've already combed out, and then I start right where that tangle was and just begin to comb out again. I typically try and make it to the salon about 15 to 20 minutes before my client, so that I can do this. And then I also have a rack that I prep my hair on. My rack where my hair is prepped. Okay, so I've got a little over half of one side combed out. So now what I will do is hold the hair in half and begin to detangle the rest of the hair on the opposite side. Still holding the hair very tight. The second side is a lot easier because you've pretty much pulled all of the tangle strands. And usually what I like to do is just kind of, you can see I turn my arm like this, and then if I feel the brush through the hair, so if I feel the brush on my arm through the hair, then I know it's detangled pretty good. And then I just start to take off my pieces. And laying them. This is a drying rack. It can be purchased on Amazon. If you just Google drying rack, it should pop up. Hair got caught. There we go. Me trying to do it with one hand. I usually do it with two, but I'm trying to make sure you can see. But it's very easy and convenient to not have to stretch and pull on hair like some people do as you're braiding. Having my hair already prepped for me just helps me move a lot faster. I mean, doing this 30 minutes shaves off. I mean, it takes about 20 minutes to do this, and it usually shaves off about an hour, in some cases, hour and a half. So, very helpful thing to do. Like my video, comment, subscribe. I don't have a lot of videos on YouTube right now. I am not a blogger. I don't do a lot of tutorials. I'm usually pretty busy in the salon. And I don't have like camera equipment or all of that good stuff. So I'm just a little common cosmetologist doing what I can to try and help someone else out, because somewhere along the line somebody showed me this technique and I've had a couple people ask me about it. So I'm gonna finish this up. It's 6:30, so my client should be walking in at any minute. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a blessed and beautiful day. Thank you.